Hi guys, Random here, back with a bit more World of Warships. Yeah, today was going to be a Q&A video, but little bit short on the queue, so the A's wouldn't have taken very long, wouldn't have been much of a video. I was going to have a chat about my my condition as well. So I'll tell you what, we'll get that out of the way quick. For those of you that have been around a while, you know that I have Meniere's disease, and that affects your balance and your hearing. Consequently, I'm deaf as a post and I fall over a lot. What you may not know is I also have a condition called osteonecrosis. Yes. Basically what it means, the top of my thigh bones are dead. They have been starved of blood, possibly injury through a fall, because I do that a lot, falling over. Possibly that, possibly because I smoke, possibly because I drink, possibly for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, the top of my thigh bones on both legs dead. This means I am currently, fingers crossed, today's Sunday, Tuesday I've got a hospital appointment with the registrar, the consultant there, and I may be having a double hip replacement. This is good because my hips hurt like crazy. I am in a massive amount of pain all the time. I'm on morphine. I am, yeah, 24/7 I'm on morphine. I'm also on codeine, which, if you're medically knowledged, you will know turns into morphine when it's processed by your body. And I'm on some other fairly hefty painkillers. I would like not to be on those, so if I can have an operation that will get rid of the pain, I will be a happy random. So yeah, so makes it difficult. Does make it difficult. I have got a wheelchair that I use if I go anywhere big, so like conventions and things. Other than that, I totter around on a cane pretty much all the time now. So yeah, I'd like not to do that if I can. So there we go. That was the bit I wanted to let you know about me. I'll tell you what, we'll do a Q&A video, but obviously not this one because we haven't got the questions. Leave me a question in the comments, and maybe later on this week or next week, depending how my recording goes, we will do a Q&A vid. So yeah, make sure to leave me a question in the old comment section there. Yeah, why didn't I think of that last week, eh? Right, on to today's video. You may, if you are eagle-eyed enough, have noticed little numbers coming up by your name. Yes. This means only one thing. Ranked battle season is coming. And this season, it's tier 6 ships. Last season, obviously, tier 7. This season is tier 6. Now, there's a thing with tier 6. Tier 6, you are still going to get people who, shall we say, don't play the game as well as perhaps maybe they could. You'll also get those that have just recently started and have just decided to concentrate on one particular line, because you can get from tier 1 to tier 6 reasonably quickly. Doesn't take you forever to do it. So yeah, tier 6 ships, you can do them. I would say if you played all day, probably a couple of weekends, go from 1 to 6. And you do get people that have got the time to do that. So yeah, they're not going to have the number of games behind them that maybe would have been nice, which is why I think tier 7 was a better tier, but tier 6 is going to have a very different feel to it. So what can you use at tier 6? So I thought we'd have a little look at my lineup of tier 6 ships. I haven't got every tier 6 ship, but the ones I have got, there's quite a clear favourite of mine here, which, if you look at the Fubuki, the Nevni, the Anshan, the Farragut, yeah, I like my destroyers. So for me, I probably will concentrate on a destroyer, I think, in ranked. It'd be nice to have something that has got the torpedoes. Obviously the Fubuki. Torpedo range is 6 kilometers there, but yeah, I think that's because I haven't upskilled the chappy here. I need to buy the hull for this. There we go. So we'll get the hull, and then we need to get the torpedoes there, and then we go up to 10 kilometer. You know, a little bit more in the way of hit points there as well. Yeah, so that's nice. So yeah, I mean, I could look at the Fubuki here, maybe as my go-to ship. Torpedoes are pretty good, you know, 10 kilometer range. They're not particularly fast at 59 knots. I mean, they're not slow, but they're not that quick. 76-second reload, yeah, doesn't reload that fast, but you can get a lot done in a destroyer. You can't do everything in some of the obvious bigger, slower ships. So yeah, they got the Fubuki there. I've got Captain there. This is obviously a ship I haven't played for ages, because he's still got his points there, unallocated. So yeah, ever since the tech tree changed, I haven't played this ship. So I might have a few games in her and, you know, just refresh my knowledge. We have the Aoba, which is a lovely little cruiser. Again, it's not one that I've played a great deal recently. I had a big love affair for the Japanese cruisers when this game came out, which is, what, nearly 2 years ago, I suppose. Playing closed beta. Yeah, I really did. These were my go-to ships. They had everything. They had decent guns. Okay, they weren't particularly quick turning, but they were good guns. They had torpedoes. They were okay, armour-wise. They weren't great, but yeah, I like these. And then they changed them, and I pretty much went, I can't stand them anymore. But yeah, the Aoba's a good boat. It is a good boat. You've got the artillery there, 203mm guns, 4700, 3300 AP and HE, 17% fire chance. You know, I mean, you can't sniff at that. These are good boats, and if the meta for this particular season of ranked is lots of battleships, something like this will be very handy. You've got your torps, you've got your fire chance, you will be able to get a good amount of damage done. 12.1 kilometers detection, yeah, I'd like it to be less. Matey boy here has got he's got AFT and BFT on there. I might reskill him on cruisers. That will take it down 12%. So that, yeah, that might be a little bit better. But yeah, we'll see. I'll have a few games in the Aoba to refresh my knowledge of the boat and how she handles. Obviously the Fuso, yeah, well, Fuso, yeah, there's going to be lots of Fusos. there will be lots and lots of Fusos, I feel. Very good guns. Very good guns. The dispersion's a little bit trolly, but it's not a bad boat. It really isn't a bad boat. It's Japanese, so never go broadside. Ryujo, yeah, well, this will be your tier 6 go-to carrier. It's better than anything the Americans have got at this tier. So, yeah, the old Ryujo there. This has got the air supremacy loadout on it. 3 fighter squadrons. So, yeah, you can control the skies with the Ryujo. Farragut, do you know what? I quite like the Farragut. The torpedoes are the 6.4 kilometre ones. They're the upgrade from the 5.5s, but your concealment is 7.3. So you are never going to stealth torp in it, but hide behind an island, pop out on people. You know, the torpedoes do a decent amount of damage. They are pretty quick at 64 knots. So you can get the jump on people with this, and you've got the guns. You know, American destroyer guns, again, fire chance not brilliant at 5%, but you can actually use this as a gunboat. Your range is 12.6 kilometres. You know, it's pretty hard to hit a destroyer at 12.6 kilometres, and that's really how you need to play the gunboats. You know, far away as you can, jink around a lot, and hope that nothing hits you, nothing comes your way. Same with the Nevny, you know, 11.9 kilometre firing range, 7 kilometre detectability. You fire your guns, you keep moving, you keep it as maximum a range as you can, and yeah, that's how they work. The torpedoes on the Nevny are the 4 kilometre ones, which are not particularly great. You can get the 70 knot, in fact that's what we've got, 70 knot 4 kilometres, 15,100 damage, or you can have the 14,400 damage, 65 knots. So yeah, the torpedoes are really quick out of this, but you've got to be right up on top of somebody to fire them. It's a bit of a shame, So you rely very heavily on the guns with the Nevny. Molotov, now I like the Molotov. A lot of people think it's quite fragile. I think if you play it smart, again, 15.5 kilometre maximum firing range, if you keep out to that range and you know, just make your manoeuvres, you can play it quite effectively, and I do like this boat. Graf Spee, well, the Graf Spee, it's a funny boat, the Graf Spee. You've got these guns, 2 turrets, 3 guns in each turret, and they are big guns. They're 283mm, which I think, I'm just going to check something here. I think they're the same as the Scharnhorst. I think. Are they 283s? They are 283s. So yeah, same guns there. The L54.5s. L54.5s, it's the same. L52, so there's a slightly earlier version of it, but same calibre. But this is a cruiser. Now the danger with the Graf Spee is you get tricked into thinking you're a battleship, and you really are not a battleship. You've got the battleship heel, but you're not a battleship. And your armour reflects the fact you're not a battleship. So, yes, good boat. Yes, good guns. Bit of a pain with the reload though. At 20 seconds, it's very slow firing for a cruiser. And you have to be so careful that you don't suddenly think you're a battleship, because you will go down quick. Does have the torpedoes. The torpedoes have got 8 km range, 65 knots, and 13,700 damage. So they're not great damage numbers, but still pretty good. Not the best, but still very respectable. And an 8 km range, which is nice. Only 3 on each side, but you know, you can't complain at that. They are good. It's a good torpedo armament at 8 km. Be nice if it was a bit higher damage, because you've only got the 3, but we can live with it. 8,400, 3,200 for the guns. Yeah, it's not bad. 20% fire chance, which is nice, but 20-second reload. You might be better off, if you want a battleship, taking the Bayern, to be honest. Yeah, definitely. 380mm guns. Big guns. Big guns. What are they? 15-inch? That's a big gun. And it's got that German troll armour. So yeah, I would suggest the Bayern if you wanted to go down the battleship line. 17.7 km firing range. Detectability is pretty good at 13.9. Obviously, you can make that better if you've got a captain with concealment. I would probably stick with the Bayern over the Fuso. In fact, a bit more of a bruiser. You got the secondaries there. They're not great on the Bayern, but they are German secondaries, so you should see some results with them. But yeah, I mean, it's not like the higher tier German battleships where you can have a 9-10 km bloody secondary range, which is effectively like bolting another small ship to the side of your boat. Good boat, the Bayern. I would go for that over the Fuso. British cruiser. British cruiser. Do you know what? I'm still kind of meh about the British cruisers. I don't mind them. They are very delicate. But the guns are, I don't know. I find them quite ineffective on anything that isn't pretty side on to you. Yes, you can go for the superstructure and get some damage that way. Yes, it's probably better than HE for the damage numbers, but you don't get the fire chance. So if you're facing off against a British cruiser, all you need to do really is keep your nose pointed at it, and you minimise the amount of damage they can do to you. So yeah, don't know. Not a big lover of them, but yeah, the Leander's not a bad boat. I've taken her out in a few games, and I'm not disappointed with her. It's just getting used to that whole AP only thing. But yeah, you know, if you like them. She does come with some toys. She's got the old catapult fighter on there. You can change that for a spotting aircraft or a smoke generator. If I'm going in rank, I'll probably take the smoke generator. You've got the hydroacoustic there, and of course the repair party, which is very nice. Very nice to be able to repair yourself as a cruiser. But it's a bit sad that you need to repair yourself quite so often. So, yeah, don't know. If you like cruisers and you're not worried about setting fires, Leander could be a choice for you. Warspite? Now, the grand old lady. Warspite. I do like this ship. I do like it. Would I take this over the Bayern? 381mm as compared to the 380s. Yeah, that 1mm really doesn't make a great deal of difference. The Warspite guns are very good. They're very accurate. The grouping's always good with them. But the boat itself is a bit lumbering, I suppose, is probably a good description. 23.5. Now the Bayern at 25 isn't a great deal quicker, but don't forget, once you stick that old speed flag on, it pops it up a little bit. Yeah, whereas the Warspite will probably do 24.8 or something. It's not going to be that much quicker. Really isn't. It's a good ship, but is it right for ranked? Probably not. Probably not. I think it's too slow, which is a shame because those guns are good. It handles like a dream. You know, you can turn really, really quickly. 14.2 rudder shift isn't particularly good, but that 550 metre turning circle, wow. On a battleship, that's amazing. I want to love you, Warspite, but not in ranked, I don't think. Let's have a look at the Anshan. The Anshan, this is basically a Nevny. In fact, it is the Nevny. If we hover over here, yeah, Project 7 boat, and the Nevny is the Project 7. Yep, so they're pretty similar. Would I take this over the Nevny? Right, let's have a quick look here. Nevny 38 knots, 610, 4.4, 38, 610, 3.5. Now, that's probably because I've got that on there. Okay, I've got the steering gear mod there. So it's probably 4.4. Torpedoes, 2 triple mounts, 14,400, 8 kilometres. Yeah, 60 knots. Nevnys we know are quicker, and they do a little bit more damage, but they've only 4 kilometres. And the Anshan at 7 kilometre detectability gives it stealth torpability of 1 kilometre. I like the Anshan. The Anshan's quite good fun. You take her out. She handles well, especially with that rudder mod. Reload 79 seconds. Again, it'd have been nice to have it closer to a minute, but that's okay. You know, minute and 19. 11.9 firing range as opposed to 11.9. So it's got the same firing range. I would take the Anshan over the Nevny. Mainly, well, torpedoes. You know, you can actually use these without having a YOLO. So yes, I would take the Anshan. Right, let's have a look at the old baguette. The Dunkirk. This is a funny ship. This really is a funny ship. It's got that weird everything up front gun arrangement, which I think, which is Japanese battleship. Is it the Izumo? Yeah, everything up the front. See, and you've got this weird turret here that you'll never be able to fire forwards. So yeah, everything is up the front, and this was modelled on the King George V, I believe. You know, the Japanese saw King George V, British battleship, and went, oh yeah, we'll make one of them. So it's kind of similar. With the old Dunkirk though, everything up the front. If you can keep your front pointed towards the enemy, you're fine. In ranked, you would need to stay with your group, and you would need to be behind them. You couldn't really lead the charge in this, just in case something comes at you from the side. Because if you want to sink a Dunkirk, hit it here. Yeah, you'll do massive damage. From the front, Dunkirk will bounce quite a lot of shots. So, yeah. Again, let's see what the meta's like. It could be a good boat for it, but possibly not. Possibly not, I'm thinking. Good things about Dunkirk, 29.5 knots, and we haven't got any flags on there, so you can bump that up to just over 30. Turning circle's not too bad at 730. Rudder shift's pretty good on this actually, 11.2. Hit points 52, 600. Yeah, it's not bad. 330mm guns, not 380s, so they're a little bit low for the tier. 28-second reload, and if you put the old adrenaline rush on the captain, you can actually get quite good fire rate out of this. So yeah, you know, if you like your battleships, it might be one worth considering if everyone plays in a pack. If they don't play in a pack, I wouldn't go near her. Obviously, we are left with the Duca d'Aosta, Emanuele Filiberto Duca d'Aosta, to give it its full name. Duca d'Aosta, what do we think? Right, Duca d'Aosta's a nice boat. It's very quick, 36.5 for a cruiser, very quick. Rudder shift's pretty good, turning circle's pretty good. Torpedoes, 12 kilometres, but they are butt slow. They are 51 knots, they're really, really, really slow. They're triple launchers, one on each side. Area denial maybe, you could use them for. I mean, you could shoot them at people, obviously. 12 kilometres. It's going to take a long time to cover that. 11.7 detectability, so, yeah, oh look, you can stealth talk. Woohoo! Yeah. 4 twin-mounted 152mm guns, which are nice guns, they are. 7.5 second reload. It's pretty quick. And you can get a decent number of shots down range in a minute with that. So the 7% fire chance isn't the end of the world, because you have got the rate of fire to kind of up your chance a bit. 14 kilometre firing range isn't great. I would have liked to see that number a little bit higher, but this is a good ship. It is a good ship. It's got some weird paint job, but it's a good ship. I'd take this into ranked. I would take it into ranked, and I think we'd probably get on okay with it. I do. So yeah, so they're the ships that I've got at tier 6. What have we got that I don't have? I mean, we've got the hats are horrible. Yeah, it's okay. I could get that if I wanted it. It's unlocked. I've got the Shiratsuyu, so I've worked through that ship, sold it to get the Shirat. It's okay, you know. The Mutsu, yeah, Mutsu's a funny boat. Let's have a quick look at the Mutsu. It's not one that I've got. I might pick her up. I mean, I've seen a few people with her. Now, it's got torpedoes. It's a battleship with torpedoes. 4 by 2 410mm guns. Big guns. 20.4 kilometre firing range. Good range. 12,400 AP damage. 30% fighting. Oh yeah, why haven't I got this boat? I'm going to have to get this. Yeah, I think the Mutsu could be a decent contender. Again, you have to watch out for the old side-on shots. It's Japanese. The Citadel will be sort of targetable here, and it will go boom if you hit it. So you will have to play smart with it, but it's not a bad boat. It's not a bad boat at all. 4 kilometre secondaries, yeah, they're not bad. Lots of them. Yeah. Do you know what? I think this could be my next video. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to go and get myself a Mutsu. So anyway, that's that. Let's have a quick look at the Americans. Cleveland. Yes, I'd like a Cleveland, but working through the Omaha is quite painful. It's not a bad boat, the Omaha. It's just a bit delicate. I've got the... well, pretty much all the Tier 5 ships there. I haven't got the Nicholas, I don't think. I think I sold that. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Tier 6, we've got the Independence. I wouldn't put it up against the Jap one. New Mexico, good boat. That is a good boat, but it's slow. Cleveland, very delicate, but wow. Amazing against aircraft and a really good rate of fire. Farragut, we've covered. The Arizona. Now, the Arizona is this the New Mexico? Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? So this looks like a New Mexico class, I believe. So yeah, I mean, you could get the Arizona if you like American stuff. Let's have a quick look at the speed. 21 knots. Really slow again, guys. It's the thing with the American battleships. Until you get further up the line, they really are not quick. Russian. Let's have a look at the Russians. Those crazy Russians. Badioni. Fiery ship. Yeah. 8-second reload. 12% fire chance. And you have 9 barrels. 3x3 turrets. Yeah. Good boat. Here's a good boat. And you will burn people in the Badioni. Typical Russian weaknesses, you know, don't go sideways on. Handling's usually not the best. So, yeah, have a think. If you like that, you could use that. Nebula and Molotov we've looked at. Let's have a look at the Germans. Yes. Got the Bayern, Königsberg, Nuremberg. Right, well, I haven't got the Nuremberg, but she's not a bad boat. She does set fire to me a lot. So let's have a look at the fire chance on it. 8%. No, that's not bad. You could put Demo Expert on there and push it up a little bit. 39 and 1700. Yeah. Does have the benefit of the German AP and HE calculations, where it's 1/6 of everything apart from the Germans, which is now 1/4 when you're working out penetration value. So, yeah, probably not a bad boat, actually. Probably not a bad boat. Might be worth considering if you've got her unlocked. Gade, the Ernst Gade. Don't know. Not a big fan of German destroyers. Really don't like the guns. The guns hang in the air forever. Torpedoes are okay. They're okay, but they're generally not particularly quick. So let's have a look at the Ernst. Torpedo tubes, yeah, 62 knots, that's not bad. 7.5 range, that's not terrible, but yeah, 7.6 detectability. Can we bump that up? 8 kilometres. Doesn't give you a lot to play with if you want a stealth torp. So yeah, I would still, if you were going to go for a torpedo boat, I'd still pick the Anshan over anything, to be honest, because you've got guns and torps there. You can multitask with it. The Germans, not a big fan. Not a big fan, to be honest. So I personally, I wouldn't take that. I mean, if you like them, then, you know, by all means, crack on. But let's have a look at the old British. Yeah, we've looked at the Leander and the Warspite. I've only got the Bliskovica for the Polish, which is tier 7. Got the Anshan there, and of course we've got the Dunkirk. La Galactionnaire. This apparently is a pretty good boat. Now, I haven't played her, because I'm still on the Emile Bertin. I think I'll try and get her unlocked before rank starts and see how we get on. See how we get on with her, and I'll let you know. So, yeah, right. I've rabbited on for ages. Right, what would I pick? If I was going for a destroyer, I would pick my Anshan. If I was going for a cruiser, I'll probably pick the Duca d'Aosta, to be perfectly honest with you. I would go Bayern for my battleship, and obviously Ryujo for my carrier. So that's my pick. Let me know your pick in the comments section. Would you pick something different? If you would, why? You know, share your thoughts down there. Let me know. Hopefully this has been of some use to you. You know, explain the pluses and minuses of each ship. Give you a little food for thought when you're thinking about what to unlock next, or maybe what to go back to if you've gone past tier 6 and sold them. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, you know the score. If you like the video, then the old like button's there. Give it a little tickle. Much appreciated. Helps the channel out. If you're new to the channel, then why not subscribe for more of me talking for 37 minutes now. Wow. Talking for an age about what I get on with or get up to in the game. And don't forget the old questions there. If you've got a question for a Q&A video, then yeah, make sure you leave one down in the comment section, and I'll look forward to reading those. But that's quite enough from me for now. So for now, it is Captain Random signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again next one.